Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot reading. So if you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. Make sure you're liking and following on TikTok and YouTube for me. I'm trying to grow my collective this year and just trying to reach more people with my messages. So I really appreciate it. You guys have been huge at helping me build my collective. So once I reach 500 on YouTube, I'm going to give away a free tarot reading. And then once I reach 10,000 on TikTok, I'm going to give away a free tarot reading. And I think I can reach both goals by the end of the year. I just reached 7,000 on TikTok the other day, so super excited for that. But it does help me reach more people, and you guys, it does help my channels too. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. So let's see. If you are new, I'm going to pull two of these oracle cards, get an overall feel for the energies, and then I'm going to pull from the tarot. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, and whatever message comes out is what Spirit feels needs to come out right now. So it could be about your career, love life, spirituality, whatever it may be. And then I did bring out the Angel Oracle deck again. I've just been really drawn to that one for the collective readings, and I feel like I just follow my intuition on those whenever I call to a deck. So let's go ahead and grab two of these. For Sagittarius, please, Spirit, what message do we have for Sagittarius? Never fails. There's always that one card that has to fall on the floor. I have to separate this deck because it's so thick I can't wrap my hands around it. But I love the messages and I love the cards because they're super thick. So I don't mind it. Let's see. And we actually got 3 that came out with yours. All right. That's definitely Sag energy. We have protection. You're being protected from deceit and from situations that no longer serve you. Lie low for a while and you will be shown the truth. Interesting. I feel like Saggies are definitely well protected. I know I am. I'm a Sagittarius sun. So independence. It's time to go out on your own and create your own business or try something well outside your comfort zone. I love that. We're definitely an independent sign. We're fire signs. We're go-getters, entrepreneurs as well. So, and I know that's what I've been trying to do with TikTok and YouTube and my website, which will be up and running soon as well. But I'll explain more of that later. So I'm just trying to build that spiritual business. And I feel like a lot of Sagittarius are like that. Locked. Work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temp position while waiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. Interesting. So maybe it's just not the time for your business to take off, but it's definitely okay to work on it, which is also what I'm doing. So definitely feel like that's a really good energy. I love that. So let's get into the tarot for Sagittarius. A lot of the collective readings have been about businesses and communities lately and about balance. Like I keep getting that. So let's see if that comes out in yours as well. But all the collectives are. So yeah, I was talking about my website. It should be up and running by the end of August, but I'll definitely let you guys know and I'll post everything. But it's very interactive and there's a lot of like free downloads, but there's more coaching programs and more ebooks, digital content, and my books will be open again because I've had a lot of people asking me if I would do private readings, and I just got booked because all through July I got busy, and then I work 48 hours minimum at my job. So on top of that and readings and doing social media, I just stay really, really busy. So I can only take on so many, but they should be open again soon. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, the Fool, Knight of Wands, there's our energy, 6 of Swords, the Sun, I love it, my favorite card, 5 of Swords, the World, 3 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords is the overall outcome. On the bottom, we have the Queen of Cups. So I always take the bottom card as like an underlying type energy. We have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups she's the feminine. She is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this doesn't have to be like an actual Queen of Cups that you're dealing with. I feel like this is more of just like the energy. So cups are about emotions, it's a feminine energy from the card. And then of course the Queen is a feminine. So it's the double feminine, but she's also like very charismatic, very empathic, very compassionate, creative type of energy. So I feel like definitely creativity is here, compassion, warmth, and it's very intuitive. Our emotions, the cups are about our intuition. So it's a very intuitive time as well. So this could have a lot to do with our intuition. So the situation here is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is like a new beginning. It's so for love, it's a loyal love, steadfast energy, stable energy. So if you're here for a love reading, this could be about like a stable love energy, but it's also about like financial stability and investments. And I feel like it's so pentacles aren't the fastest moving energy. They are slower moving energy, but it's very stable energy. So I feel like maybe this is about your stability. You're wanting to build stability. And the blockage here is the Five of Pentacles, which is about, can be a lack mindset. So maybe you have like a money wound you need to work on because you're trying to build stability and you're kind of blocking that. Or it can be like you feeling left out in the cold for some reason, just this lack mindset, feeling left out in the cold. Maybe something happened that had you feeling like you've been left behind. So maybe there was something that you did want to move into and it just wasn't the right time. So the underlying energy here is, or the root cause, excuse me, is the Fool, which is about a leap of faith, a new beginning, new adventure. So I definitely feel like as a Sagittarius, we want new adventures. We want new, I know myself, I'm calling in a new beginning. So this could just be about you wanting a new beginning, or maybe you did take a leap of faith, or you're wanting to take a leap of faith. So in the recent past here, we have the Knight of Wands, which is the Sagittarius energy. The Knight of Wands is very passionate, very ambitious. Like he knows what he wants. He's a go-getter. But I feel like in the recent past, maybe you kind of, you could have taken a financial risk. With finances, this is about a financial risk, but it's also about you maybe found a passion that you're moving towards. You found something that you've got that passionate energy and you want to move into something. So in your subconscious or your higher self is telling you that it's time to move on. You're moving into calmer waters. So if you see this person on this boat leaving, they have this choppy water here, but over here we have this clear mirror like water over here. So they're definitely moving on to calmer waters. They're moving on to something else, accepting lessons. So maybe you feeling this lack mindset or feeling left out is you just kind of accepting the lesson that rejection is protection. So I say that all the time. If something doesn't come in that I want, that I'm wishing for, I know that something better is coming in because we got the sun coming in here. So you moving on to something better. Like don't sit in this lack mindset energy. And I know that that's so hard to say and it's easier said than done to move on. I've been there myself. Trust me, we've all been through it. I feel like especially Sagittarius, but you've got this sun coming in, which is this, it's my favorite card in the whole deck because it's just so bright and cheery. And then you've got this kid on this horse, this child, and, find your inner child, find that childlike energy. What did you like to do as a kid? Before you had a job, a family, other people, before you had any worries, what did you like to do? Did you like to sing? Did you like to dance? Did you like to paint? Did you like to create in any way? I feel like when we tap into our inner creativity, that's when our joy comes out. That's when our innermost child comes out. But you're definitely bringing that in because you're bringing in, this is joy, vitality, financial success. You're definitely bringing in all the good things. Your advice from Spirit is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is about like arguments, tension, rivalry, conflict, like just a very not so good energy. But I feel like as far as advice from Spirit, this is don't be conflicted. Don't feed into confliction. Don't feed into arguments. Kind of just stay in your own lane, focus on what you want and move on, move away from this. So maybe this is like an energy you've been sitting in with people like, in your life, or it could be either like family in your life, coworkers in your life, friend groups. Our friend groups aren't always healthy, but this is also about like choosing your battles wisely. Don't feed into negativity, especially mental. If people are telling you, you can't do this, you can't be an entrepreneur, you can't build your own business, don't listen to that bullshit because people are afraid of what they don't know and they haven't taken the leap of faith So they're afraid and they're just projecting that onto you. So as long as you do it wisely, don't jump in, because we do have the Fool and the I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands here. So this can also be about, it's not the Knight of Swords, which is like kind of going in without thinking. It's just like kind of rushing in and doing things. So these can be also very like rushing in energy. So do make sure that you find a stable ground to stand on. If you're starting something new, whether that be a new business, moving out on your own, you are protected here. So, we got that oracle card, but I also feel like in my energy and Sagittarius in general, we're very protected. So if you want to build something stable, just don't rush in, because sometimes fools rush in, and this can be a very ambitious, and it's good to be ambitious. Just don't rush into anything too quickly. I don't know why that came to me. It just kind of came through. So, in your immediate environment, or the influence here, is the World card. So the World is about completions. It's about ending cycles. It's a victory, a success. So it's an achievement. So you're closing something out here and starting a new cycle, and you've achieved success here. You're definitely moving on. So we have, this World completing cycles, and then we have the Six of Swords of moving on. Did I say the Six of Swords earlier, or did I say Six of Wands? Anyway, Six of Swords there, which is also like a mental energy. So you could be mentally just moving on. You're just not physically moving on yet, but your hopes and fears are moving. This can be about travel, moving, but it's about growth and expansion. So you're definitely wanting growth and expansion here. They have these ships back here, and this is about travel. So you could be wanting to travel. This could just be, doesn't even have to be like physical travel. Maybe you just want to move your house, or maybe you just want to go on a trip. But maybe you want to, instead of working at a business, you want to work from home. It can be just moving your work, but it's definitely about like growth and expansion, whether that's in finances, your spirituality, your relationships. You definitely want growth and expansion. I just saw 1212 on the timer too. So the overall outcome here is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a new ideas, new ambitions. It's about clarity, truth. It's also about like a financial breakthrough, new breakthroughs in finances, ideas, situations in your life. But I definitely feel like you're moving into new. That's awesome. I love that for you and for me. So let's see. What do we not see coming for Sagittarius spirit? What does Sagittarius not see coming? I kept thinking the devil was going to come out, because it keeps coming out of my personal readings. So let's see. One more for Sagittarius, please, spirits. What we don't see coming for Sagittarius. Awesome. Okay. So this devil energy can be about like a negative, again, that negative mindset. We had this Five of Pentacles here. It can be like addictions. It doesn't have to be substance addictions like alcohol and other substances, but it's also about like feeling controlled, feeling trapped. So you see this person, or these people are in chains here. So this can be about like feeling oppressed, feeling trapped, feeling stuck or controlled. But it's also like maybe you have a shopping addiction, maybe you have a food addiction, certain things. And I feel like we're overcoming this. I feel like this is a cycle that's closing out, is this lack mindset. But I definitely feel like there could be some wounds here, like money wound, or maybe a lack mindset, lack mentality. So maybe on my website, I'm going to have some things to work through money wounds, and I'll also have some mindset shifts, and affirmations are very good. Meditation is amazing. But I definitely feel like we're kind of coming out of that energy, but it could come up again here in the near future. So definitely be aware of it, but I feel like you're overcoming it. So we've got the Three of Cups here, which is about joy and celebrations. It's about excitement. So you could be celebrating with friends, with family, coworkers. This could be you, just going out with friends and enjoying yourself. And then we have the Empress energy. So the Empress is very nurturing, very abundant energy. It's about financial success, financial growth, but she's also very nurturing energy. So she just kind of sits back and lets things flow to her. and it doesn't have to be, you know, if you're a male watching this, it doesn't have to be like female energy. It's a feminine. So we all have masculine and feminine energy. The feminine energy aspect of this is just allowing, letting things flow, because masculines are very ambitious go-getters, which doesn't mean feminines are not. It's just, excuse me, it's that energy that you're just kind of sitting there and letting things flow to you, and it's very abundant and very fertile time. So I really love that. What are the actions and advice for Sagittarius spirit? Actions and advice. I don't know why that devil keeps coming out though. We're definitely dealing with some kind of mindset. I know I've had a lack mindset, and you know, kind of been telling myself that I can't do things and I need to stop doing that because it's just not true. And I know it's not true. It's just, you know, we all get in our heads sometimes. So you get no judgment on that one from me because I do the same. So we have this Seven of Wands, which is about defending your beliefs, standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in. So I definitely feel like Spirit telling us to stand up for yourself, stand your ground here. That's one of the actions. Ace of Cups, take this new beginning of, it can be a new beginning in love. So you could have a love partner coming in here, but this is also about like your intuition and your creativity. And this cup is overflowing. So this bird represents like spirituality, and then cups are all about our emotions, and again about our intuition, because we have this Queen of Cups here. This is the underlying energy, and she was the double feminine. So I definitely feel like you're stepping into more of a creative time, a more abundant, intuitive time. So definitely tap into your intuition, tap into your creativity here. And then we have Justice, which is all about fairness. It's about equality. It's about balance. So we've got these scales here, which is all about balance. And it's about, it could be like a financial settlement. You know, if you're dealing with, this could represent like a lawyer. If you're dealing with any kind of legal situations, it could be about, you know, those coming to an end. But I definitely feel like we're moving into a more creative time, taking leaps of faith. But yeah, this is all amazing. Ending cycles, bringing in really healthy, clear, truthful energy. I really love it. We're getting clarity, ending cycles. We have an oracle card for Sagittarius, please, spirits. I'll just grab one. Sometimes these cards are stubborn. Abundance mindset. There you go. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. I freaking love that card. It's so true. So maybe kind of balance. I also see like the chakras here, which makes me think maybe some chakra balancing. They have videos on YouTube. They've got meditations everywhere for that. But definitely this balance. We got that Justice card again. So every zodiac sign in the collective has had something about balance. So definitely balance that mindset too. Don't sit in that lack mindset, because you definitely have some really awesome stuff coming in here. So I hope that this helped, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.